Here we go. Eva, just tilt your camera a little bit. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to get it on the computer as well. My computer's not working, so I had to do the phone thing. I'm waiting for the computer. I've been working for half an hour to get my damn computer to work, and it's just not. So.
Well, now it's weird. Now you're both on. I've got to get rid of one of you.
There, let me get rid of. I'm getting rid of the phone. All right, let me get rid of the phone. This always happens.
Okay, we're good. Okay, Eva, hello. Eva Heinemann, the host of High Drama on Manhattan Neighborhood Network. First of all, please tell us, Eva, when and where can people see episodes of High Drama?
Okay, well, first, you can see it before it airs on television on YouTube. Eva Heinemann on YouTube. I usually post it around Wednesday, but it airs on television on MNN, www.mnn.org. It streams live from 1:30 to 2 o'clock. It's every other Saturday. So our show is going to be on today, which is June 6th, and the next one is June 20th. And we do Zoomheim dramas, and we have Marc Savard, Bina Sharif, Ed Rubin, and Tan Ewing. And we review shows, and we talk about all the virtual events. And
so yeah, that's something you have nothing to review except what's digital. But yeah,
I forgot to say it's on Spectrum Channel 56, RCN Channel 83, and FiOS Channel 34.
Now, speaking of Zooming, and speaking of the fact that you are still doing your show, but reviewing theater that is specifically created for the virtual world, one of the questions we want to ask our critics is, what has been your favorite, the best Zoom or just video show that you've seen during this pandemic?
Actually, there are several of them. National Theater Live has been putting on their actual plays, things we missed or we didn't get to the movie theater to see. So I've seen Treasure Island, a Benedict Cumberbatch, and I am a Cumberbatch bitch. I'm a Cumber bitch. He did Frankenstein. They just did This House, but the best thing I have ever seen in my entire life was Gillian Anderson in Streetcar Named Desire. I'm a Tennessee Williams nut. All of us are. I called up everyone. I said, drop everything. You have to see this. It's going to leave soon. I saw things in this play, and I've seen this play several times, I have never seen before. The most amazing thing was at the end, and it was just a fleeting thought that just happened for a little bit, was at the end of the first act, I thought, oh my God, this was written in 1947. This is Hitler. This is fascism. Stanley is Hitler. She gets led off to a mental institution, concentration camp at the end. It was like, wow, I never thought of that before.
Me neither. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry I missed it. I wanted to see it. I didn't get a chance. I did want to see that production. Have you seen House? Is House really good?
House.
Isn't that the political one?
Oh, This House. Yeah, it's gone. I think it's gone now.
Oh,
it's only for a week.
Right.
I lived in England during that time. During the transition between Callahan, I was there when Callahan was there and Margaret Thatcher took over. Mm-hmm. So I knew all that stuff that was going on, but I didn't know behind the scenes. And that was fascinating. It was the same guy that wrote Ink. So this guy, he's a good writer.
Oh, cool. So yeah, and the other question that we want to ask Eva while she's here is, Eva is one of those people, even though she's been doing this for so many years, she isn't one of those critics who just goes to Broadway and the occasional major off-Broadway show. She goes. She'll go to 6-7 plays a week, going downtown, uptown, off-Broadway. So I am curious.
Out of the boroughs.
What?
Out of the boroughs.
Even out of the boroughs. So of all those shows, what were one or two of your favorites that did physically open in theaters this past season?
I got a long list. So I'm going to talk fast, and my mouth sometimes is out of sync. But there was a lot of reworking of things. Moscow x5 was The Three Sisters. Life Sucks was Uncle Vanya. Three Musketeers was set in 1941. That was brilliant. You have Gallus, which is from the Ridiculous Theater Company about Maria Callas. You have the other things I loved were Pink Unicorn with Alice Ripley, Immersive, Ellie and the Women of Blackwell, Tumacho Sear to Make Believe, Original Sound, Mojada, which is reworking of Medea for Mexican immigrants, Eureka Day about vaccination, Blues for an Alabama.
Oh, I saw that. I like that one. Yeah.
Blues for an Alabama Sky, dropping gumballs on Luke Wilson's head, which was a hysterical story about when they dropped gumballs on Luke Wilson's head and gave him a concussion for a commercial. The Florida is Live was great about millennials, and Rinse and Repeat was great about bulimia and all that. And musicals, you had Scotland, PA, which was a damn Scottish play, which was brilliantly done. You had Romeo and Bernadette, which was basically Romeo and Juliet with a happy ending. Saw Power, About Love, which is a Turgenev thing. A Bright Room Called Day, which was Tony Kirshner's revival. And then the last thing I saw was a sibling play by Ren Dara Santiago. I wanted her to get a John Gassner Award.
Oh, is that good?
Like this young playwright, and it was done just before the thing closed. It was this brilliant play. I love that. But I got to tell you that Make Believe was by Bess Wall. With one sentence, changed the entire narrative of the entire play and made you like, what? And Marc Savard, everyone knows my curmudgeon-y critic, Marc Savard, cried wow. And was overcome.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Marc Savard did not like The Miracle of Long John's, which is a play I'm very close to. So, you know, I want to see Marc Savard cry, basically in terrible pain. But no, I kid. So let me ask you real quick, Eva, before we let you go and get on some other folks. But let me ask you, when would you go back to a theater if it were available? When would you set foot and be comfortable? Tomorrow? Next month? Next year? Would you?
I'm afraid to say anything because before it became a pandemic, I was all for keeping theaters open because I felt bad for my little people that were like, you know, finally getting their plays done. I mean, Seth Biesenhurst finally gets his plays done. He's doing virtual stuff, but finally. And then I've been looking forward to Peer Gynt, you know, Nick at Theater for a New Audience forever because I'm obsessed with Peer Gynt. And I didn't get to see it. I didn't see the West Side Story. I didn't see Molly Brown. I mean, I want to go back to the theater. You know that. And quite frankly, there's too much virtual theater out there. I'm exhausted. I'm seeing more theater than I do. I want to go back to the theater again. It'll be a vacation for me.
Well, the very theatrical Eva Heinemann. Oh, I love it. I love it, man. That's let's hope. Let's so maybe the theaters will open the small ones first, which is the ones you love to go to, and they'll figure out ways even before they get Broadway going, so that people like Eva.
I don't mind.
Yeah, and by the way, I say this probably every year, but if people still have that idea of critics being stodgy and curmudgeon, like Marc Savard is, but other than Marc Savard, and I mean, hating the theater and just looking for the flaws and looking at
no.
You're the opposite. Yeah.
No. I got to defend Marc. It's just Marc has his taste. I thank God for Marc because he goes see the dead baby plays, which I hate, and I don't like those depressing Greek tragedies and Shakespeare and all that. No, he hates Amelie. He hates happy-go-lucky stuff, which I love. So no. You need critics like Marc to offset critics like me.
Absolutely. I mean, but I'm thrilled that we do have critics like you, and I think again, you're kind of this person to hold up and say, this is someone who goes to the theater and critiques the theater because she loves it and lives for it, which is a lovely thing. So, Eva, you are a lovely thing. Let us remind people where they can see very quickly High Drama. First, you post them on YouTube on your channel, Heinemann with 2 N's on the end.
Eva Heinemann with 2 N's at the end.
And then go to Manhattan Neighborhood Network.
Right there.
Spectrum Cable.
Right next to me is my name. And then on every other Saturday, starting today, 1:30 to 2 o'clock, Channel 56 Spectrum, 83 RCN, FiOS 34, and www.mnn.org streaming.
Eva Heinemann, thank you. Stay healthy and stay theatrical. Yeah. I'll never. No, I
made a cheesecake for Shavuos, by the way.
Oh, yummy. Eva Heinemann, thanks so much. And we'll see you next year, God willing, in the neighborhood. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Oh, we got the heart thing. Here we go. There you go. Okay, I need you to click away.
There we go. Okay, leave me. God.
Bye-bye. Eva Heinemann, wow.